Hi, today I'm showing some lacing projects. We can make a lacing project really easily by using cardboard from a cereal box or a cookie box and yarn. One thing we need for this particular project is a hole punch. There is a way to do it by cutting slits, but I'll show that another time. First, we're going to trace a circle. So everybody get your circle maker. If you need to pause, pause the recording, pause it, and go get your circle maker and a thin cardboard box. Okay, so we're ready. We're gonna go around. Once you've traced a circle, you're gonna use scissors to cut it out. If you need to pause the recording, go ahead. Once you're done cutting your circle, we will use a hole punch. You might have the squeezy kind. That's great. I'm using this one. So we're gonna punch 1, 2. You're gonna punch as many as you feel like is a good number. You're just gonna go around the circle. We've got some hole punches here. Oop, I have a big space there. I'm gonna try to put another one. Okay. And if I wanted to put a picture inside of here, this would be a nice time to do it. Or if I wanted to try just coloring it totally with one color, that could be really nice too. Now I'm going to show a couple different ways to do lacing. With lacing, we want to put a piece of tape on the end of the yarn like this. Right? We'll take a small piece of tape and roll it on the end to keep the end of the yarn from coming apart, and also so we know which end we're working on and where to hold it. So I'll pause. You go ahead and pause if you need to do that. Then the other piece is going to be like this because we're going to tape it on the back. So when you're ready to do that, tape it on the back. And now we have our yarn and we're ready to go. So first one I'm going to show is the free zone, right? Whatever way we want. So I'm going to just decide that I'm going to put it however I want. I'm going to experiment with making a yarn picture. And this is a great way to just start thinking about and seeing how my actions, and you should do it too, right? See how what you're doing makes the picture look, the yarn picture. You make all different shapes with your yarn picture. Like as I go in, and what happens if I go in the same hole 2 times? So you do an experiment one. See how it feels. You're gonna go in, and what happens, like if it's back here, now what? Where am I gonna go? Come back from the back? Or what happens if I go in from the front? And then what happens if I go in from the front again? See, I get this loop, right? So play with that for a little bit and see how it feels. You can pause this and just play. And that might be a lot of fun to see what kinds of pictures you can make with yarn. So pause the video if you want to do that for a bit. Okay. So now I'm going to show a way to do it that is by going in order. So I'm going to go always from the back this time, and you can try this too. I'm going to have my yarn, my yarn ready, and I'm going to come through the back. And it's coming from the next hole. So I'm going to go, it came out of this hole, I'm going to go to the next hole and pull all the way till it's all the way, right? We're going to do put through and then pull really gently. Put through and then pull really gently. And then we're always coming in through the back for this one. And always going in the very next hole. In through the back and through the very next hole. Making sure that our yarn stays out of our way when we do the next one. In through the back. And if you get tangled up, just stop. And go again. This one, it's almost like sewing, right? In through the back. You need a very neat and tidy circle going around. Okay. And if that was tricky, or if it's not working, if you have a pipe cleaner, try with a pipe cleaner. Sometimes the stiff material of a pipe cleaner lets us have more control and less tangling. So we'll go through. And from an art therapy perspective, there's no one way to do this. I'm showing many different ways because different students will respond differently, right? Some of us really want to have something that turns out like very orderly, and some of us find the orderliness very soothing. And also it's a very specific direction, which is really helpful. If you don't know what to do at all, it's really helpful to have something very specific to do. And for other people, it's more interesting and engaging to do different things, right? To explore on their own. Okay, so this is a version of using the pipe cleaner, which can be really nice because it's a little more controlled and a little less likely to get tangled. So for this one, I'm going to try going across the way I've done here. So how would I do that? When I'm looking at this and I'm looking at this, what do I need to do? I need to make my yarn come out. Oops, okay. I'm going to have it come out and then go across, right, to make stripes. Okay, I'm going to do that again. So what am I going to do? I'm going to come out. And go across. And I'm going to come out of here. Go across. And then I'm going to come out the next one. You can, and then, oops, oh, there you go. And then we're going to come across. One more time, we're in from the back, and then we're going to go in from the front, right? And look, we have this other hole, that's funny. Maybe we can go across to this one. All right, and then I'll show one more. So if I was going to do this one, it's like a star. Well, how would I do that? It's just like with drawing, right? We got to follow the lines. So if this looks like it came out here, went across. I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to come next door and go down. Whoops. If I go right here, what happens? Okay, so I made the cross down here. Go across. So it really, wherever you're doing it or whatever pattern you're making is great. And if you want to follow what I'm doing, you can always pause if you get stuck and go slower, right? Undo it and go slower. Oh, this one didn't turn out the same. That's because I have all the holes so close together here and I have them spread out more there. Anyway, so that's lacing, different ways of lacing. And also, I'll show at another point how to do something with slits rather than holes. If you don't happen to have a hole punch, it may be easier to do cut slits. So I'll show that another time. Thank you very much.